Good morning, Lydia at Homespun Quilts and Yarn here. I do have a bad cold, so turn up the volume. I'm working on the sashing of our Saturday sampler called Sisterhood, and I've got this one row that's 1/4 of an inch longer than the others. I decided not to draw in that extra 1/4 inch in my sashing pieces or places. It's like this one where there's sashing on the block as well as between, because I'm worried that the sashing wouldn't line up correctly with the next row. So what I'm going to do is find the center point of this row, and I've cut my sashing to the correct size, which is 77.5. And the center of this row is in the middle of a sashing. So I'm just going to rub that a little bit to make a crease. I've done the same thing with my sashing strip, folded in half, wrong sides together. So when I lay this down and open it up, it will be facing the right way to pin it on and then go sew it. So keeping in mind, I need to ease in 1/4 of an inch of the row. I'm going to pin in the center and then go pin on the other end, the outside end, one of those. Make sure I drag this over because I'm not sure where the camera is today. Pin this. And I do this by halves then. So I find my center point and my end point, and I gently pull them so the sashing lines up, and then I find the approximate center of that, and I put a pin here. And then I'll find approximate center between those two pins and place another pin. Then I'll go back to these 2 points, find the approximate center, and you can see my hands spidering down to the center. And what this allows is the gentle easing in of that 1/4 inch without being afraid that it's going to show up in one point and cause a pleat or something. And you can use as many pins as you want. Okay, so now here I'm at the center. Now I'm going to go pin this other end. And when I sew this and take it to the sewing machine, I'm going to put this side down, because when I do that, I now get to control where these seams are going, which is a huge benefit. Okay, so where was I? Center to the end. Gently find the center of that one. When I did these sashing pieces, I believe the instructions say to cut X number of strips and then cut X number of 77.5 inch. But it was kind of vague on the way I do it, is just sew all those sashing strips together and then cut my size, my length. And that spreads out my seams as well. They're not all in the same place. Almost done. So I like to put a couple extra pins in because when I sew this on, I want to go as fast as I can. That should be fine. That's fine. All right, we are ready to go. Just checking my placement. And you can see, you can't tell that there's an extra 1/4 inch on this row because of the way we've treated this. It's just going to naturally be eased in at some point. All right, just double checking. Okay, off to the sewing machine. Bye, everyone.